Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. You're joining us on the stream and in your ears. If you're joining us on the stream on YouTube tonight, hello, wave everyone, wave. That's why they're here. Wave, wave, hello. And also if you are listening to us on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, whichever podcast catcher or platform you are deciding to join us on tonight, thank you very much. You listeners are in the majority, but you streamers, you're not in the majority, and it would be nice if you had a listen, but it would also be nice if the listeners would have a watch every now and then with your eyeballs. Anyway, we are going to be taking a look at the new Thor, Thor Love and Thunder trailer.
Yeah, officially the greatest yesterday. Film title ever.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Ragnarok was going to take some beating, but Love and Thunder, that definitely pips it to the post, I think, there. And we're also going to be looking at the final 32 robots in our World Cup of Robots. We have a hard stop at 10 p.m. due to some other commitments.
10:05, 10:10.
Yeah, but we'll. Dan runs another podcast called The Gridiron Gents. Well worth a listen if you are into the NFL and American football in general. So definitely worth having a listen to that at some point. But yes, no further ado. Let's just do a quick introduction. Hi, Dan.
Hi. How's it going? We're just normal men. We're just innocent men.
We're just normal men. We are
just normal men.
Hello, Duncan.
Hello.
Hello, Russ.
Good evening.
And it's hello from me. I'm Tom. Dan, I'm going to hand over to you, my friend.
Right. So we whittled our World Cup of Robots down to 32. These are the 32 that were chosen by you. I'm gonna be honest. I had to take some Transformers out because it was at one point about 50% Transformers. So I've taken some Transformers out.
So that we can stay with having upwards of 20 Futurama robots, yeah?
Hey, there is at least 5 Futurama robots in there, yeah. But fewer Transformers, that's for sure. So tonight, what I thought might be fun is to introduce the rounds for the World Cup of Robots, which will be coming onto the social medias probably tomorrow-ish. We will introduce them, and then we will say who we think would win in an actual fight. When you're voting for the ones you like the most. But tonight, we're going to go with who would win in an actual fight. And I say this quite confidently because there's only 16 matchups here that I think we can get through this quite quickly because some of them are going to be quick.
So this has no bearing on the actual voting or anything. And
no,
when you're voting, it's just the best robot, not
best robots,
strongest robot.
But tonight is like which 16 go through if there was a fight, basically.
This is like a celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a fun thing to do. So we're going to do that. Anyway, we're.
Anne says aggressively.
I'm having a bad night so far.
Forced fun.
My microphone's not working. Look, it's here. And it's not working or anything. You can't hear anything.
Apologies for our tardy start.
That's my fault.
Well, it's Dan's microphone's fault.
Well,
yeah, it's the tech setup. It's not. Yeah, it's technology. It works on a good day and then just decides for no reason, even if you don't touch it, to not work the next time you turn it on.
And I'll peek behind the curtain. It's a vanity thing. The webcam is much better on my laptop than the one. I'm at my parents' at the moment, and the webcam on my laptop's much better than the one that my dad's got on his computer. So I've set up my laptop, and for some reason it's just not having it with the microphone now. I don't really know what's going on.
That's definitely worked with it before, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, like last week.
Not for us to reason why.
No. So what would be weird is if it now starts working for the podcast I'm recording straight after this. So
it probably will. That's sod's law.
Well, I'm going to be using the other computer for that because screw it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
where do you want to start? Robots or Thor: Love and Thunder?
Let's do the robots.
Let's do robots. Yeah. So we are announcing the 32 finalists by announcing the 16 matchups, and then we're going to choose who will win in a fight between these robots / droids / automatons. Yeah. Okay. So first up, weighing in at probably quite heavy because he's made of metal, from the future, battling a tiny droid from a galaxy far away a long time ago. We have Wally versus a mouse droid.
Oh,
I mean, probably Wally.
I think Wally's going to win this just because he's got the
I mean, that's probably the
things.
only droid where you just pause for a moment of thought.
Yeah.
Who would win against a mouse droid? But I think
Well, mouse
Wally would,
droids are quite fast.
They're
I think
nippy,
Wally's
aren't they?
quite fast as well.
if Wally could
Yeah.
catch it, it would
Yeah.
he'd win.
Wally's
I mean,
pretty quick, and
Wally's-
Wally can go
Wally's
over all
quick.
kinds of terrain.
Yeah.
And he's also got the added bonus that the second he catches that thing and shoves it into him, that thing's crushed.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can do his move
Yeah.
and
Plonk.
come out as a little
Shit out a
mouse-shaped
much
square.
smaller mouse droid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mouse droid has no weapons either. It's just a me.
No.
It's just
Yeah,
Yeah, a
no,
mouse
no
droid
mouse droid
can't
can
do
win.
much to Wally, but Wally could do a lot to a mouse droid. So eventually, Wally would win this
But
one.
I'm
I think.
imagining that there'll be quite a lot of like Charlie Chaplin-esque chase antics before it caught the mouse droid.
Yeah, the only thing the mouse droid could do is lure Wally into a trap. So like off a cliff or something, so he can't stop. But then Wally's got tracks and the mouse droid's got wheels. So Wally probably has more grip if it comes to like.
Yeah,
Ooh,
mouse
what-
droid's used to those smooth, shiny, luxurious Imperial hallways.
Are we imagining this in a Royal Rumble, like in some kind of fighting ring, or
Yeah,
is this?
Already spent too long talking about.
I mean,
This might take longer
we all
than I
knew
thought.
that Dan was talking complete bollocks when he thought we could get through this in a minute or two.
Dan says Wally unless someone slips a bomb inside the mouse droid. So
Yeah, basically.
they've just got what they've got. You can't. So, but
Mouse
that's a
droid
good
is
point.
clearly fucked in this situation. It might take a
Yeah.
while, but
what we need to probably pick the arena as well. I didn't think about that. I'm thinking like a big open expanse for a lot of this.
it'll
Some
be
of these might
you,
involve a bit
I'm
of space.
thinking your classic Robot Wars arena,
Oh, there you go.
surely.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So the only way the mouse droid could win would be if the mouse droid lured Wally over one of the traps.
Like into one of the traps. He's too smart for that.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Or one of the corner of one of the house robots.
Yeah. Well, we can't say that because there might be some Robot Wars robots in
Yeah,
this
the
list.
house robots wouldn't be there, but the
Yeah.
traps would be.
Yeah,
No.
And
Yeah, so it's literally one
I
on
want
one.
to be. I want to be Philippa.
Okay,
So-
you can be Philippa in this situation. That's fine. I'm gonna be the grumpy dad that notices his kid is having far too much fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Don't cheapen this.
So we think Wally would win this one, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
Okay. So the first matchup is Wally versus a mouse droid, anyway, in the World Cup of Robots.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, having seen Wally fight a valiant battle, Wally's partner here will be up against someone that knows the terrain quite well, if it's the Robot Wars arena. We have Eva versus Hypnodisc.
Hypnodisc, fuck her right up.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Eva's got a laser.
Eva is
wins.
armed to the teeth, man. She's loaded
she-
for
yeah.
bear.
And she
Hypnodisc
hovers.
just nips
She
right
doesn't
in
fly
there
up.
while she's still like assessing the situation.
She can just
fucking
hover
rip her to
above.
shreds.
Duncan's made the best point here.
She
She can just
hovers.
hover above Hypnodisc.
This is true. Doesn't have much vertical reach.
No.
She saves Wally's ass. She's
Yeah.
got a laser. Laser.
Laser.
She'll just zap it to pieces.
Yeah, I'm with Duncan on this one.
Just a
I
diehard
think-
Hypnodisc fan.
Yeah, me too.
I
Well,
love Hypnodisc.
When it
And the
comes
only-
down to who you prefer, you can now obviously from tomorrow-ish vote for Hypnodisc to win this one.
And I will be.
In a straight-up fight, Eva's probably going to get Hypnodisc
Oh,
off.
that's
Yeah,
super
the only other
serious
way
ourselves.
is
Yeah,
that
you are
is-
right. She would just blast him.
Don't they? Doesn't it
Absolutely
have
fucking
a?
not.
Doesn't the arena have a flipper
Yeah,
in it? So the only way would be if you could trigger the flipper. Hypnodisc actually hits it as a ramp
yeah,
and goes up with the spin and takes her out.
yeah.
Because like
think
one
that would
hit
be,
from
uh,
Hypnodisc
It'd be lucky.
down.
It'd
For
be
a
lucky
machine
one.
piloted by an 8-year-old boy, that's probably asking a bit much.
Yeah, Hypnodisc is the one, is probably the one that could take out
I am that boy
with
hiding
one
it.
hit,
So
basically.
if Russ was the one, we know that Russ has the luck.
Hmm.
He has the touch. He has the magic. He has a touch because we've seen him take out 2 clay pigeons with one shot. So
Hmm.
if it would come down to the battle, it would just hand over the remote to Russ, and Russ would do it. Because
I mean, I'm personally going Eva on this one, I'm
Oh
afraid.
yeah, same here.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Go on, right,
100%.
next one. Next fight.
Okay. After attacking the 12 colonies, we have a Cylon Centurion,
Mm-hmm.
and they are up against the faithful companion to Doctor Who, K9.
Late as K9.
Yeah,
Useless
K9's fucked.
Yeah. Dan says Eva would atomize Hypnodisc. I am inclined to agree. I think this would be quite a short one. I think the Cylon would literally walk up and just start stepping on K9, basically.
I was gonna say, he's
going
gonna
to
get stepped
any
on.
of his weapons out.
Flat.
I'm
as a-
K9.
Ha, friend.
Right.
Yeah, not so much.
K9
Yeah.
is a pancake. Who's next?
Yeah, okay, so we're straight on, okay. Leader of the Decepticons, Megatron, is up against the robot from Futurama that's got to practice his stabbing, Roberto.
I mean, Roberto clearly would be game and would probably get a hit or two in.
Yeah. But Roberto's a lot smaller than Megatron, for
A
starters.
lot smaller.
And also, he's the guy that brought a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah.
So,
And then
I mean,
Blasted into a crater of
Megatron
molten
has
slag.
integrated weaponry, doesn't he?
yeah, he's got a cannon.
Yeah, he's got a big cannon.
Yeah.
Stabby but clamps, whatever the fuck his name is. I can't. What's his name?
Roberto.
Roberto. Yeah. Yeah, he's fucked. That dude's. Yeah, he's trash.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think Roberto would literally just go up and start stabbing Megatron's leg.
Yeah.
And then Megatron
Ding,
would just point his
ding,
cannon at him
ding.
and then just, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame. But I think Megatron probably goes
It's not an
through.
even match. Not one of these has been an even match yet.
We're getting through these so quickly. We might be able to just do another round afterwards.
Yeah.
But, next up, then, K2SO versus Vision from the Avengers.
I mean, technically, it's going to be
Vision.
Vision.
In a fight, Vision would mash him right up. Yeah.
Yeah, which
But
is a
you-
shame.
But
'Cause
you would think
he's pretty
that-
much invincible, really.
Yeah,
So
It
yeah.
is, as I said, catastrophe.
But I mean, he would still get some shots in.
yeah.
not going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would just do knack all.
I get the feeling you'd even have like an almost like Hulk with Loki like moment where he's grabbed him by the legs and just kind of whacking him from side to side. But then Vision would just kill him.
It'd be sad to see him go though. K2SO is awesome, but yeah, Vision definitely has the edge here. I mean, he's got a fucking Infinity Stone in his head.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
that's,
the only thing that we've seen hurt him is like that spear made out of a collapsed star or whatever it is that can
yeah.
disrupt his his shifting phasing ability, which K2SO is not equipped with.
And Thanos' big fuck off hands as well.
Yes, but with like 5 Infinity Stones on them,
Yeah,
were required for that.
definitely.
And then the only other person we've seen beat Vision in a fight in the TV universe is his own clone, where they talk to each other to death, basically.
Have you seen the meme of it's this crudely drawn Scarlet Witch having a fight with Agatha Harkness, and then it goes and Vision, and he goes, so there's this boat. Just cracked me up for some reason. I just really like that. Dan says, who even is K2SO? K2SO is the droid in Rogue One.
Watch Rogue One. Dan.
Reprogrammed Imperial security droid.
Yeah.
You see. There's an episode of The Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett where you see a bunch of them of the same model.
They're very cool. Next one.
Yes.
T100 or whatever one that Terminator is. This might be a bit one-sided.
The original Traps
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not Arnie.
This is this is Arnie. This is the Arnie one.
That's
is what
a
it's meant to be.
T800.
T800.
That's the T800.
Okay, it's T800. I don't actually care anymore, but it's the T800. Okay. He's traveling further into the future here to a lonely mining ship known as Red Dwarf to take on Crichton.
Oh dear, is it?
No.
That's, I don't want.
Crichton's
don't want
going
to
to
see
be
that
torn
happen.
limb from limb.
I mean, the only
That's not
reason that
bad.
he
You think
wouldn't
that's
win
bad?
that
Wait till you
fight
get to
is
the next
because
one.
Crichton would sacrifice himself in some way to save the rest of the crew before he even got there.
Yeah.
I suggest you load me into the firing mechanism and fire me at the asteroid.
Dan
But
says
they-
he knew really he was just trolling because he doesn't like Rogue One.
Fine.
Whatever, Dan.
He doesn't like road. What?
Hey,
Yeah.
some people are just wrong.
Some people have different opinions. And that's absolutely fine. Okay, so should we do T800 wins,
When I
right?
watched Rogue One,
Going
I
clear.
thought I'd had an orgasm.
I cried in the cinema, like real tears. Not like holding back tears, like proper ugly cried in the cinema watching that film.
The bit with Vader's castle, and then that final bit at the end where Vader goes on that rampage through the
And you know,
Tantive.
all the other actual plot stuff in between was good
and
as
everything
well.
else. Yeah, I mean, I had a very happy trouser accident.
The next one then, speaking of Star Wars, we have T1000 versus BB-8.
The T.
Oh, again, you wouldn't want to watch it happening, but
No.
yeah, BB-8
None of these
is
are
toast.
balanced at
No.
all.
No, I know. So Dan says Crichton will just convince T101 that there is no robot heaven.
Yeah,
T800.
where do all the
T800.
calculators go?
It's the T800.
Whatever. Yeah.
Dark Horse Dan.
So
The only
we've got-
way Crichton wins that is if he could reprogram.
So the only thing I
Better.
can think is BB-8 could run away from T1000.
No, but T1000 can do the
Do the running. Yeah.
go
true.
faster than anyone.
Streamlining himself. It's clever. It's clever
The only
stuff.
way that BB-8 would win is if he could, one of the traps happened to be liquid nitrogen, and then
there
he
you
could
go.
push him, trip him into a handy molten metal
The
bit.
traditional 90s Robot Wars heyday, Craig Charles, Philippa Foster era arena is not equipped with a tanker of liquid nitrogen.
But is BB-8 equipped with a tanker? Is there a point when he freezes someone in those films? I can't remember because they're trash.
No, he has a small flame.
He's got a little cigarette lighter. That's
Yeah.
it.
Jack says, I mean, BB-8 can pilot and use an ATST.
If there was
Dan
one
says,
handy, maybe.
you say 101, I say T800. We saying T800? I don't know anymore. I just don't mind.
T800 Cyberdyne Systems Model 101.
Oh, there
It's
you go.
T800 Hyperalloy Combat Chassis. That's what it is. That's the thing. It's the
Fucking
T800. Is it?
Yes, Russ. Tom, I don't want to bully you.
Yeah, I don't believe in bullying,
Don't
but I'm
believe in
already.
bullying, yeah.
I mean, I want to bully myself. For
If you're going to
getting,
use
you know,
phrases like
You're gonna
hyperalloy
bully
combat
yourself.
chassis with impunity, then you deserve everything you get.
Tom, I think you're just going to bully yourself
Wait,
later.
are you
I
saying-
am. I'm going to pummel myself.
The Terminators run on
You call it
Unity.
what you like.
That will literally just run anything, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Unity 3.
That was about the nerdiest joke of the night, I think, actually.
That's
Wasn't
very
it?
good, very underrated, but it definitely deserves.
Thank you, Tom. That actually means a lot. I'm having a bit of a night, so that actually really helped.
So
Yeah, very clever, I
BB-8
liked it.
is a pile of springs and cogs and little attachment arms.
Yep.
Who's next?
We have Fembot, specifically, according to you guys, and as a result, got a ton of votes. Liz Hurley Fembot.
Ah,
correct.
excellent. The best.
Versus Fresh Cut Grass from Critical Role Campaign 3.
Fresh cut grass.
I think Fresh Cut Grass has got this as well. The buzzsaw, and can take a beating.
and heal itself.
Yeah, and then
Sadly, we knew all along.
I'd say Fresh Cut Grass has got this one.
I can't. I don't know anything about fresh cut grass. I can't vote. on
Level
this one.
5 cleric automaton, basically.
Oh yeah, that
Fresh
fuck
Cut
a fembot right up.
Yeah, and with like a buzzsaw attachment. So yeah,
Yeah.
And a grappling hook.
and a grappling hook. Yeah,
They just have to cross modunations, and that would be it.
yeah. There you go. Congrats, Tom. I love Tom pretending he doesn't know about Dungeons and Dragons.
Although to be honest, the only thing
What's
that
that?
we've seen, the only thing that we've seen harm a fembot is sheer sexiness.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that fresh cut grass has got.
Well, maybe it's not Fresh Cut Grass then for the Fembot. Maybe it's Fresh Cut Grass's friend.
What, pussy?
Letters takes it because it's got magic. Yeah, there you go. I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
I have to pretend not to know anything about Dungeons and Dragons because there can be no video evidence that disrupts my inheritance.
I've recorded every session, Tom.
Yeah.
I agree, Dan. Yeah, Fresh Cut Grass.
Also,
takes
you've
this
got
one.
3D printed dice trays on the shelf behind you.
No, Dad, they're for other people.
I stick them on my bum. Honestly,
They're for
And
presents. They're presents for my friends.
Tom, you do
No,
also
Yeah.
post them up on Instagram.
Oh God,
it's too late, Tom.
I shall not inherit. I shall
Okay,
be struck from the will. Sorry.
we've got a couple of bangers, I think, coming up. We have Marvin the Paranoid Android versus the robot from Lost in Space.
Marvin's going to win. He won't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But the whole concept of Marvin is that he reluctantly is the longest lived being in the universe by quite some margin.
He survived the cricket robots, after all.
Yeah,
which we didn't put in.
He survived, like, numerous planetary apocalypses.
Isn't his special ability the ability to basically make every other robot he comes into contact with want to commit suicide?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So he'll just talk the Lost in Space robot to kill itself.
The Lost in Space robot's a bit shit as well.
He doesn't even try. Like, he just talks to them, and then they become suicidally depressed.
The real matchup would be Marvin, the Paranoid Android, versus, is it Colin from What We Do in the Shadows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin would still win.
Yeah.
I do love that there's a vampire called, was it Colin, what's his last name? Robinson, is it Colin Robinson?
Yeah.
Colin Robinson.
And he's always called Colin Robinson.
Yeah, the energy vampire, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when he's wandering around later. Makes me laugh a lot. Okay. I think this is the matchup of this round. I think it's going to be quite one-sided, but still. We've got friend versus friend here. R2-D2 versus C-3PO.
R2.
Oh, it's the one everyone's always wanted to see.
I think everyone wanted to see this
fucking up C-3PO.
I mean, C-3PO has no mobility, really, beyond like toddling around.
Especially if R2 had his little rocket booster things. He's wily and scrappy. I bet he's a dirty fucking fighter as well.
Yeah, well, you see him with his little oil slick, don't you?
Like, we've seen him take out 2 of those big...
the B2s, the super
like the sort of the top level combat droids.
Yeah, the B2 super battle droids. As I've read about in books.
By hosing them down with his hot
That doesn't make it better,
oil.
Tom. You know that, right?
No, it doesn't. I'm grasping at straws. Oh God, Dad, I'm sorry.
So yeah, surely R2's gonna come out on top, as it were.
Hang on, Dark Horse Dan saying you say T101, I say T800. What?
I think it's a play on tomato, potato.
Yeah, but he was the one saying.
I think you're reading too much into this, Tom.
No, the Terminator model designations must be recorded correctly.
We have. It's T800s, right?
Yes.
Can't we just call them an Arnie and the other one?
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Arnie bot. That will really annoy people.
Arnie bot.
Yeah.
Arnie bot 2000.
Yeah.
R2 knows how C-3PO is put together. He knows his weaknesses. That's actually a very good point.
There you go.
Also, R2's far more mobile and has an little electric thing.
Yeah, he's got a little
zapper. And he's probably stolen, because he's a cheeky one, stolen Luke's lightsaber and could probably operate that as well.
You can't just assume he's stolen the lightsaber.
You can.
You can't. Okay. In which case, they've all got lightsabers. You can't just assume that. So, like,
he doesn't need a lightsaber. He could mash him up anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't need the lightsaber. So the way I look at it is, C-3PO gets fucked up by Salacious Crumb, right? R2-D2 just shocks him and he fucks off.
I've always thought about that bit where R2 throws the lightsaber at Luke. Did Luke have to jump off the diving board and then spring back up?
You don't want to think about that scene too much, Tom. There is a lot going on in that scene that's just either harrowing,
ham-fisted fuckery,
or just shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
hey,
it looks cool.
When you're building my ship thing, make sure that the big cannons will turn around and fire directly into the engine section, won't you?
Just in case.
You sure, boss? Yeah. I really want that to be an option.
Yeah. You got it, boss.
Jack says Arnie bot with skin. Without skin, sorry. There you go. Problem solved. Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, definitely R2. Right, next fight. That one is going to be a bitch on the actual voting as well.
Yeah, but I think that's the headline fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the pay-per-view. Yeah.
That's pay-per-view.
Yeah. To watch R2-D2 fuck up C-3PO in a matter of seconds. Bishop from Aliens versus the Iron Giant.
Oh, Bishop's going to be a squishy puddle.
Do they once they're finished? Do they reconnect him like they do in Alien 3?
Yeah.
So how was that for you?
It was rubbish.
Yeah, he's going to be a
Iron Giant with like what looks like a milk mustache. Yeah, just.
Yeah, I don't feel good. I can't
surrounded by his entourage of other Iron Giants with a variety of different coats and hats on. Yeah.
Trying to blend in by wearing coats and hats, moustaches.
No, there's an entourage. He's bought them the coats and hats. Yeah.
Hello, human. Hello, fellow human.
ED-209 versus a Sentinel from the X-Men cartoon.
Oh, I think Sentinel. They're ridiculously powerful, aren't they?
Yeah.
But this would be quite a fight as well.
It'd be a fun fight, yeah, because ED-209 could do some damage to a Sentinel, I think, before.
A little bit, and then it'd probably malfunction.
And then kill the audience.
Yeah. Yes. That would be a problem. You'd want that one behind some like plexiglass or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But the Sentinels are pretty ridiculous, aren't they?
Yeah, real tough.
Definitely.
Isn't it funny that the only one I've gone, they've probably killed the audience, is the ED-209, whereas ignoring the fact that the Xylons would have also just killed everyone, and so would a T-1000.
Yeah,
and probably.
I suppose the difference between
T-1000 would only kill its assigned target.
Yeah,
and anyone that tried to prevent it reaching said target. It wouldn't just indiscriminately kill all humans.
Jax just made a very good point, guys. ED-209 can't even walk downstairs.
There's no stairs in the classic 90s Robot Wars arena for it to contend with.
No, but there are holes.
Yeah, I did say it wouldn't win, but it's not going to immediately collapse. It will fire a few little shots, annoy the Sentinel slightly, then fail, then get its face kicked off.
And then probably set off the trap at the pit, so the pit falls, and then it'll fall in the thing that it's already done, and then get smashed.
And then while it's lying there, one of those random jets of flame will be perfectly timed just to fire up, burn it to a cinder. Well, it doesn't do anything. It just melts it slightly, scorched.
That's how the T-1000 loses. Is they just get stuck on the grid and baked.
We've got another quick one here. Optimus Prime versus Sonny from iRobot.
Wow.
Optimus Prime, man. He's a
love you,
truck.
Tudyk, but you're not winning this one.
I'm just going to stand next to this innocent-looking truck that just appeared from there. Whoa!
Yeah. And he's got the Allspark, so
yeah,
he's got the touch. He's got the power.
He's got.
I like that we went Optimus Prime rather than Rodimus Prime, so that's good.
Rodimus.
Bender versus DJ Roomba.
That's going to be a difficult one to actually.
My only concern is Bender can't bend DJ Roomba, I don't think.
Also, I think Bender would get distracted by DJ Roomba's party atmosphere.
Exactly.
I think Bender would be incredibly insulted by the notion that there was anything he couldn't bend.
Oh, what's the thing? He can't bend in certain direction, can he? Because his arms fell off in that one episode where he does it.
Still one of my favourites. The one arm picking up the other arm.
Yes.
I don't know what I just watched.
I think Bender's ultimately going to win this one.
Clearly, Bender would win, but I think there would be a good 6 to 10 hours of partying first.
Yeah,
but wouldn't Bender win just by pouring some of the beer and just frazzling DJ Roomba?
Probably.
Vámonos.
I mean, he would be next to the fire pit, just using it to light his cigars.
Yeah. Next up, Data versus the Robot Devil from Futurama.
Data's actually deceptively strong.
Oh no, Data's tough.
Data's a very tough robot.
The only thing I'll say is the Robot Devil's the devil. But
there is the thing is that the Robot Devil likes to talk, and so does Data, and they'll just it will just be a thing of talking each other.
The Robot Devil's a big discussion about the meaning of what it is to be a robot.
Yeah, and he's continually outfoxed by everyone as well, isn't he? The Robot Devil.
Yes.
Like Data is incredibly smart.
Even by Fry at one point.
With his hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
My ridiculously circuitous plan is nearly 1/4 complete.
I don't like these hands. They touch me in places. Yeah, they'll do that.
Yeah, they get around.
So if I win, you win this gold violin. If you lose, no, a smaller violin, and I'll damn your soul to hell. I agree. I do agree with Dan. I think Dice is going to win this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it could be a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, I agree. Jack says T1000 also murdered an innocent dog for no reason. This is true. Fuck the T1000.
The dog being noisy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Last matchup, we have Ultron versus Ash from Alien.
Well, Ultron. Well, it depends. What guy is Ultron's in? Is it in his, sort of badass robot body, or is it in the discombobulated parts of an Iron Man suit?
Yeah, if he's the sort of shaky, leaky one at the start, Ash might have a chance. Otherwise, no way.
I've always assumed it's going to be like him at his most fucking
final form Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in that case, that is a rumble.
Mm. Yeah, agreed. So I think Ultron wins it.
I think Ultron wins that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Ash would try and outsmart Ultron, but
my structural perfection is matched only by my hostility.
Yeah.
Good line
so
that.
Do you want to do a quick round of another quick round, a quarter of an hour?
Well, yeah, we could do the sort of the winners, couldn't we?
Yeah. So who would go through to the next round? So we've got Wally versus Eva now. Fucking hell.
I mean,
Eva wins.
Eva.
Yeah. We've got a Cylon versus Megatron.
Megatron.
Yeah.
Big fuck off robot.
Oh my god, there's some great matchups now. T800 versus T1000.
Well, I mean, we've got canonical example of that, the T800.
Yeah, I know, but
it's only just.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of environmental help.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have that help. He's only got the flame.
He doesn't have Linda Hamilton with him.
No, but we've seen so many times that the older models are all often completely outstripped by their successors, which is actually very machine-like. So I think you've got to hand it to the T1000.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
faster, better, more able to do things that the T800 can't.
It'd be such a fight, though.
Yeah,
that'd be
badass. With emotionless faces, just pounding each other into the floor.
And awesome back music. So, dun, 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 dun,
Jack says, but is it Ash when he's in control of a whole space station? No, like he just gets a space station.
Excellent knowledge, because Ash actually does. Well, he doesn't take over a space station. He takes over the shuttle Narcissus in the book, River of Pain, I think it's called.
Yeah, you're right. It's way worse to know about D&D, isn't it?
So
nerd.
Don't worry, Dad. I will bully myself into oblivion later.
I'm gonna bug wash myself.
Yeah, with a purple nurple myself. Just take my wallet.
Have my baby bells. It's fine.
My baby bells. I'll do your homework. Just please stop bog washing me.
What are you doing to yourself?
Yeah. Nothing. I deserve.
I've got to learn.
I deserve this. I took a shit. Now I'm bog washing myself in it. I deserve this. That's grim.
We have Fresh Cut Grass versus Marvin the Paranoid Android.
Well,
Marvin the Paranoid Android takes this one. Yeah.
So actually, that is going to be difficult because FCG is so cheery.
Yeah.
It's
oh my god, that's brilliant! Yeah, Smiley Datia.
Yeah, like there's those cheery doors on the the Heart of Gold, and they're really smiley, and Marvin doesn't break those.
Glad to be of service.
But I think Marvin does win the day because he's probably stronger in the end. But it's going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, because Fresh Cut Grass would definitely get in Marvin's head.
Yeah.
This might be a quick one. R2-D2 versus the Iron Giant.
Iron Giant's
going to win that
I think you just trip over him and that's it.
I think this is quick as well, but it might be a fun one. A Sentinel versus Optimus Prime.
Prime.
I think it's still Prime.
Yeah. But maybe slightly closer.
Am I fucked up here somewhere?
The Sentinel is very kind of single-minded in its ability, isn't it? It's very they're very regimented.
It's going to be a sort of fight. But the thing is, both won't go down easily, and Prime just keeps on going.
I fucked up here somewhere. Anyway, we have okay, Bender versus Data.
Data probably win.
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't know. Bender's only going to get a little bit of good purchase, and Data will be in bits.
I've fucked up, but it's worked out well. Surely FCG with Magic probably wins, but it's Magic versus Marvin the Paranoid Android is going to win that one. Like it's only like level 5 Magic, whereas Marvin the Paranoid's the equivalent of like level 20 Magic. So
yeah.
So I fucked up. So Ultron versus Vision.
Oh, that's interesting.
Vision.
I mean,
Vision.
yeah. I mean, again, we have actually had that happen.
Quick fire round. Just go quick with this one.
Dun, 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 dun.
So
we
we're
have
getting this all the way down to a winner.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, quickly.
Eva versus Megatron.
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 Okay, cool. Then T1000 versus Marvin the Paranoid Android.
T1000.
Marvin.
Okay. The Iron Giant. The Iron Giant versus Optimus Prime in the most heartbreaking battle.
That could go either way.
Probably have to side with the Iron Giant on this one.
Prime,
Iron Giant doesn't really have weapons.
Yeah, but even
but-
in a grasp, Prime could he's got a sword.
Yeah, I think probably Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Could just about take this.
And then we have Data versus Vision.
Oh, Vision. Definitely.
Vision.
But that will be heartbreaking.
It will be, yeah. Oh fuck, that's a horrible battle.
So no,
Okay.
Data's quite irritating.
Everyone's allowed their opinions, however wrong they are.
Yeah, as we've stated before. Yes.
Megatron versus Marvin the Paranoid Android.
Marvin.
Wow, Megatron,
I
unfortunately.
don't know on that one.
No, Marvin would just need to talk to him for a minute.
You think so? Megatron's pretty, you know.
Megatron's
Marvin
got
has
the
had
most
worse
fragile
stuff than
ego.
Megatron happened to him over the
Yeah,
billions
but
and billions
Transformers
of
are-
years that he survives for.
Transformers are like beyond basic AI. Like they won't succumb, I think, to the same kind of logic depression that Marvin could inflict on them.
But I think
So
that makes
I
it
feel-
easier for him. Because they're more sort of.
So you think
emotional.
Marvin, yeah?
Russ is probably just going to say Marvin wins
I
the
got
whole
to stick
thing.
with Marvin, definitely.
Okay. Well, in which case now we've got Optimus Prime versus Vision. I think Vision takes this one.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
Vision,
definitely. The eye lasers or the head laser,
Eye
whatever it is.
lasers.
Okay.
Head laser,
then,
isn't it?
Then the final battle is between Vision and Marvin the Paranoid Android.
I see. Vision is maybe the one sort of synthetic being that Marvin's
All of a sudden,
Marvin wouldn't be able to talk down.
You reckon?
Hang on, did we just say Marvin beats the T1000?
Yeah, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't.
No, you
I
didn't.
certainly didn't
I
say
know
that.
instead. I
Did
don't know.
T1000? No, T1000 went up against someone else. No, yeah, he did go up against Marvin, didn't he?
Yeah.
Russ said Marvin. He went Marvin.
I'm going Marvin just because we're at this point now, and I
Right.
don't have to go through it again. So yeah, I think Vision beats Marvin personally.
Yeah, probably.
Because Marvin will try the talking, but Vision loves the talking.
Yeah. So Vision is the ultimate winner. But these will all be going up on our social media, so go get voting as of tomorrow. There'll be 16 fights that will go up.
They're not. It's
You
not
choose-
fights. They're not fighting.
No,
It's
No,
just
you're right.
who's the
You're
best
choosing-
robot.
you're choosing your favorite robot from this one.
Robot.
So if your favorite robot is the mouse droid, then the mouse droid could possibly end up winning this
Exactly.
one. Thor trailer then, just quickly.
Sploosh.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
good, isn't it?
this came out yesterday, and it's not long until the film's out, really, is it?
No,
And yeah,
July.
I mean, this.
I will say that it's really weird watching the Thor trailer, having like pretty well not watched any other trailer since watching the Batman, and the difference between them is just mind bending. Just going, oh, that was really dark and gritty, and oh yeah, that was really cool. And then you see Technicolor rock, Ragnarok.
They're going all out on the sort of, they're like one-upping the Kirby-esque visuals from Ragnarok.
I love the kind of re-recorded version of Sweet Child of Mine. That riff playing, like, it was almost melancholy at the same time as being incredibly inspiring.
I usually fucking hate slowed down acoustic versions of songs, but that one kind of did a good job with that one.
It's nice to see Star-Lord's in it.
Yeah. And the other Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
You got Thor in about 6 different costumes in this.
Yeah.
Each one successively hotter than the last.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking
Quick question, is Gamora dead?
No.
No, she's back. And are her and Peter in love? Because I love that.
Yes, spoilers for, Infinity War and Endgame here. So yes, she is dead. But the Gamora from 2012 travelled into the future with Thanos' ship, and she is alive and around now.
Yeah.
So there is a Gamora, but it's not the same one.
So she doesn't love Quill?
No.
But she will.
She probably will because of his pelvic sorcery.
I do love the bit with Thor and the lady on the boat as well.
Yeah.
Just like proper romance novel shit, that.
Or you see, his little goat boat has got the neon sign from the bar in Cocktail on it.
That's it.
Yeah. If the bit where you see the goat boat leaving New Asgard, if you pause it and go frame by frame, there is the little Cocktails and Dreams neon sign from the Tom Cruise film Cocktail mounted on that boat.
Well, what was Cocktail about?
Tom Cruise making cocktails.
He was making cocktails, yeah.
Oh, good. Fair. It wasn't just a clever title then.
But there is just so much hotness in this trailer.
Yeah.
We've got multiple versions of Thor.
Yeah.
All looking hot.
Yeah.
We've got Star-Lord with a sort of spunky new haircut and doing lots of prolonged eye contact. Pretty hot. We've got
Valkyrie in a
King
suit.
Valkyrie in her suit, looking pretty hot. And it also you see you've got Meek to one side wearing like a tux.
I didn't see that. I need to watch that. I love Meek's my favourite.
In the bit where you see Valkyrie, if you look to the right hand side of the frame, Meek is there like mixing a martini or something. This is going to be a very silly movie.
I think it is, but I also think it's going to be heartbreaking as well. I've got a weird feeling.
Yeah. So we've got fucking Russell Crowe as Zeus.
Yeah.
Come on.
And Christian Bale as Gore the God Killer.
Yeah, who we do not. Sorry. I don't think we see at any point, do we? In this,
not in this. And also, there is a thought that there's a shot where it's Korg and Thor, and then there's space to the side of them.
Yeah, that's always very suspicious.
They think they've edited out Hercules. This is a thought for this, so. Which would make sense, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, or it could potentially be Jane because they hadn't revealed her at that point in the trailer.
True. She's looking fucking awesome as well, by the way.
She's looking ripped, and I'm into it.
Yeah, me too.
I've long been waiting for Natalie Portman to be back in the Thorniverse.
Thorniverse.
You proud of yourself?
Very, very proud of myself, and I'm going to give myself a clever joke.
Yeah, some amazing stuff
on the screen. I don't know why.
What is presumably Olympus looks incredible.
Yeah.
All those sort of interconnected floating buildings.
Yeah, I'm all about that. That looks good.
And
it's all about this film. This film looks fucking awesome. It looks.
It's just going to be a blast, isn't it?
Yeah, more of what we've got in Ragnarok, basically. I think
Ragnarok,
Guardians of the Galaxy, and also, I think Chris Hemsworth is gradually becoming one of the most naturally funny people. Like Hollywood, like proper movie stars.
Melissa McCarthy said, "If there's one more thing he turns out to be good at, she said, it's going to bubble out of me, just like you shut up."
I just love the bit. He goes, "You just got to look into your eyes of the people you love," and then you just see him just moving.
Fucking hilarious.
It's his face while he's doing it, though, as well. That and the giant chains tickled me as well.
Yeah. With his self-made strongest Avenger baseball cap that he's wearing.
Yeah.
So is he written it on with a Sharpie or something?
I mean, he's always been stacked as Thor.
Yeah.
He looks even more stacked than ever. Like,
yeah, well, I think he's also going for the role of Hulk Hogan, I think, in a film. So
that's gonna be so good.
Because that's actually closer to how he looked in the first Thor movie. He was more kind of jacked than he was in. He was because I think naturally he's more like, and clearly he's in ridiculously good shape, full stop. But he's more sort of like he's not quite that muscly naturally. He went for more of a.
It's like Michael Fassbender, isn't it? Michael Fassbender is naturally, I think, quite a sort of a svelte, kind of toned. But then there are some films you see him in, and his biceps, like his arms, like when he's wearing like a polo shirt or something like that, is just.
Michael Fassbender in this house can do no wrong.
No, I mean, I don't think he could do any wrong. This is a guy who just looks and acts incredibly well all the time. Even when he was playing fucking Steve Jobs, I still would have nailed him.
Yes. I mean, Emma's one of Emma's favourite Fassbenders is when in Inglourious Bastards. Because when he's in the uniform, in the SS uniform. Well, do you know what's funny? Rafe Fiennes actually said, he said, when I dressed as Eamon Goth for Schindler's List, he said, I came out on set wearing the uniform for the first time. He said, it's the feeling of power wearing such a well-cut, handsome uniform. He said, because they were incredibly well-cut and incredibly well-made uniforms. Like he said, you do feel a certain way while you're wearing them. And he said, it's not explaining things away by just that everyone felt really powerful and stuff like that. He just said, though, there is something about it. And I'm just going to say Fassbender in a well-cut military uniform, not necessarily an SS uniform, but in a well-cut military uniform, right? Yeah, he cuts a figure, man, especially when he shaves that moustache off. I don't like him with a moustache. I like him with
can we move away from praising Nazi uniforms? Is that possible?
Well, we're not, because just said we're not.
Well, clearly, in this discussion of the Thor trailer, we're talking about how hot Michael Fassbender is.
Yes.
In a Nazi uniform. Yeah.
In a well-cut uniform, not a Nazi
well-cut uniform.
No, it just happens to be.
So, in short, we're psyched about Thor: Love and Thunder, and
yeah, that's the best joke of the day, isn't it? It's like, no, you're not. You've been fined by the police, which means you did mislead Parliament. You blonde-haired fuck.
It's just normal
that
men.
CBBC thing is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Even though it makes
Have you guys seen it? If
sense.
not, I'll show it to you afterwards. It is fucking hilarious. Just normal men. We're just innocent men.
So she tried for one line. She's like, "What do you mean?" And then she
What do you mean, normal men? Oh God, it's so good. Yeah, I can't remember what we're talking about. Thor looks really good. It looks fun.
It does. Can't wait for it.
Phenomenal.
Yes. I always enjoy them. I mean, Ragnarok was one of my favourite films in the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's very
6 years, 5 years.
It's just jumping up on the rock. The bit where he's jumping up on the rock facing the army, he just chucks his jacket over onto the guy behind. He's like facing something in jeans and t-shirt and a shirt open. It's hilarious.
Right, we've got a hard stop, haven't we, Dan?
Yeah, we should
5 or 6 minutes ago.
probably call it a day here.
Okay, so there we go. There were the 32 last robots that are going to be matchups for you to vote on our social media feeds. Primarily Instagram, I would say, is the place to get your votes in. Please do let us know your news, views, and opinions as well on social media. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter using @TMTOOH, or on Facebook, facebook.com/TMTOOH. There are, of course, other podcasts on their way. Dan, I'll just hand very quickly over to you for that.
At some point, we've been meaning to do one for Morbius. We've been meaning to do one for Batman. We've been meaning to do one for Moon Knight. At some point, there is just going to be this mammoth Marvel podcast that comes up that just covers fucking everything.
Just name something and you go, yep, good, bad, Good.
Also adding
good,
to that,
mediocre.
the unbearable weight of massive talent as well, which I watched last night.
Is that good? I mean, that looks like a lot of fun.
It's very good. I don't want to say too much. It's just really fucking good. So yeah.
Excellent. Well, there we go. That's it. Thank you very much for listening. Obviously, we're going to be very excited about seeing Thor: Love and Thunder. Big fans of the Marvel Universe, as you know. And of course, as Dan said, at some point, there's going to be a massive upload of stuff to the podcatchers.
Yeah,
So,
also, all our podcasts need to go up as well, because I haven't been able to get on the main computer to put them up. They will go up soon, I promise.
So keep your eyes peeled on Spotify, SoundCloud, and iTunes. You can find there. You can also find them on a variety of other podcatchers. Every now and then, I Google TMTOOH podcast, and I find very random new podcatchers that have just sprung up from somewhere. Bizarre little search engines. Anyway, goodbye from me, Tom. Goodbye, Russ.
Later, taters.
Goodbye, Duncan.
Cheery byes.
Goodbye, Dan.
Bye-bye.
I've already said goodbye from me, so there's nothing left to do but cue the music.